Hi Aries, how are you? Welcome back. This is going to be your August reading. I know it's a bit late, so excuse me for that. But, well, I'm not going to shuffle too much because I already pre-shuffled, so I'm going to go straight into your reading. And I'm going to follow the same thing as I did last month, which I'm going to do 3 rows, one for the first part of the month, middle part of the month, and the last part of the month. Okay, so Aries, let's see what August has in store for you. Okay, let's see first cards. Okay, I like that. Then we have, so we have started with the Nine of Pentacles. Then we have the Ten of Wands. Then we have the Six of Cups. So I'm using the After Tarot deck for this reading, for this month. Justice. The Devil. Okay. Strength reversed. And let's see what you're going to end with. Seven of Pentacles. The Moon in reversed. And Eight of Pentacles in reversed. Okay. So for you, Aries, my friends, this whole month is going to be all about work. I think for you, it's really going to be work commitments, work projects, contracts of all kinds that have to do with work and have to do with home specifically too. I think for some of you also has to do with degrees that you're starting or that you're finishing, or maybe it's something that if you want to start a degree or if you want to enroll in a school or in a program, make sure that you have all the paperwork ready, okay? That's kind of as the overall theme that I'm seeing coming up from all of these cards, but I'm going to start with the first row. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Now with all of these, I think the beginning of the month for you, you're going to feel like really, really strong coming into the month. You're going to feel really confident, really knowing what you're doing, really confident about your job. Money's coming in very, 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 very easy, very good. For some of you, you might starting the month single and really okay with that. So there's nothing wrong and you're going to take full advantage of that. But then come second or kind of the fifth of the month or something like that, something from the past is coming towards you. And I feel like you might feel a little bit, I wouldn't say apprehensive, that is not the word, but it's almost like at ease in some sort of a way, or for some of you, if it has to do with work, you're going to feel really relieved, like as if you took care of in July some of the stuff that you needed to be done, you got them in time. So now it's time for you to kind of a little bit relax and take a break and then enjoy, you know, your time off if you're taking vacation, or just kind of making some time for yourself. And then this is also reinforced by the Nine of Pentacles, where it's, you know, take time for yourself, take time for self-nurture and self-care. You know, and with these two cards too, it's you know, that burden that you felt, it's easing up. So you're definitely going to have time for self-care. And also delegate. Don't be afraid to delegate if you have some responsibilities that can be delegated. So please do that. Now, one thing to mention about the Six of Cups, for some of you, I think it's going to be something from the past that's going to creep up, or this responsibility that you felt that's easing up. It's something to do that's been started a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago. So yeah, make sure you take time for yourself in the first part of the month, because you will have time. Now, coming into the second part of the month, we have the Justice, we have the Devil, and then we have the Strength in reverse. Now, one thing to mention right from the get-go, in the middle of the month, you have 3 major arcana cards. With every time when we have a major arcana cards, that means that there's major shifts in your life, or major and important events that will happen that will have a lot of importance in the events to come afterwards. So now with Justice is usually, to me, it's the card of commitment, the card of contracts, anything has to do with legal work, legal paperwork. So kind of following the theme of the beginning of the month, I think it really has to do with something that you've started or you want to start, or maybe something you want to expand. I won't be surprised about that. Now too, we have the middle of the month, we're going to have specifically on August 15th, which kind of more relates to, I want to say, with the end of the month. But we have the full moon, and full moons usually bring up a lot of issues that were not resolved or bring something to completion. So I think with justice, you're going to feel if you're in a legal, if you're part of a legal battle or something like that, you know that there's going to be a verdict coming up about before the 15th of August. If you're in a relationship, there might be that you might be thinking about committing to a partner for a long time, so a really long-term commitment, moving in together, or something to do with creating some sort of a lasting bond. Because then we have the devil. Devil is all about bonds, all about restraints, all about most of the time the devil is about toxic relationships, toxic habits, something that we are ourselves putting a limit on ourselves, so self-limitations as well. And then with the strength here in reversed, I feel like for some of you, this whole justice thing is going to be all about those things that will coming up for you. It's like, where were you limiting yourself? Where were you not allowing yourself to have a voice, or to, speak up, or to demand what you deserve? And I think all of those themes will coming up for you in the middle of the month, or by the 15th. And then I think once you felt like in the beginning of the month, I really kind of like this, because in the beginning of the month, you feel the power of the Nine of Pentacles, right? You feel confident, you feel stable, you feel very empowered. And then that kind of will give you the push that you need to move forward, to speak up, and to really demand what's yours, and to really see those restraints that you either put on yourself or other people put on you for what they are, and then you're going to demand to get out of them. And then, justice will be served. Things, if you deserve things to go a certain way, you know that they will be coming. They'll end up that way. Like, to me also, justice is the card of karma. So if you know that you're in the right will come to you. And moving on to the last part of the month, you have Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Moon. Now, like I said, with the full moon on August 15th, there's a lot of things that are coming to fruition, to completion, and a lot of things that are coming to the surface. So in this case, I feel like it really has to do with work for you and finances, and really foundations and structures for this month of August. Like, we're really building the foundation for what's to come, and letting go of things that are no longer serving you or restraining you in one way or another, be it relationship, be it work environment, work schedules, health rituals, health routines, and all of that. So this month is going to be for you really important, where you're going to make those major changes in your life. And also for some of you, it'll be commitment for a long time, or getting out of some sort of a commitment regarding those restraints, and then really being more free to be yourself, and to speak up, and to have your voice. Now, and at the end of the month, like I said, all of those things are coming up. So then you'll be feeling a little bit confused as if to how do you go about what do you need to do next? Because with the 7 and the 8, 7 of Pentacles, it's usually the card of, like when you sow your plants, seeds, and after, a certain time, it's time to harvest. So for 7 of Pentacles to me is the card of the harvest, where you see what is that you sow. What are the seeds coming up the way they should? Are you getting any fruit? So it's kind of seeing the fruits of your labor. So in this case, it's really seeing if you found your voice, and if you know that there was something that was unjust to you, speak up, and then don't be afraid to say something. And also with work too, related to work in this case, it's I want to say for some of you, you'll have some sort of rethinking about, are you in the right field? you know, because for some of you, like I said, all of those things will be coming up to surface, so you will be seeing, like, is it worth it, is it not worth it? For some of you, maybe you asked for a promotion in July, and then you'll see it come about in the month of August. Is it, if you'll get it or if you won't get it, you'll find out then. And specifically at the end of August, this is all after the 15th, this will all be coming up for you. And for others of you, I feel you'll be really completely shifting, doing 180 in your career. For some of you, you'll be changing jobs. For some of you, you'll be thinking about, well, what was I doing? And for some of you too, it might be time that you'll be thinking, yes, this is the career I want for myself, but unfortunately, I don't have the right skills to advance in my field. So now you're going to be thinking maybe going back to school. And that's all good things, I feel, with that the moon in reverse. I think for all of you, whatever is going to come up with for you, all of these issues related to work, restraints, not finding your voice, not finding your strength, not finding your power that was happening to you in the, you know, the previous months, it's all bubbling up to the surface. And then August 15th and onward, you really will have this almost like I wouldn't say one, for some of you it's a 180, for others of you it's more like a reassessment of where you're going to go next. What is that you want to do next? And you might even have help from somebody that is very knowledgeable in the field, or somebody that has expertise. For some of you too, it might have to do with home related, with a Cancer, or something to do with how you feel about home. Is this the home that you want for yourself? So for some of you, I don't see relocation, but for some of you, you will be thinking, is this the place that I want to be at? And for others of you, you really will be thinking if you want to take a vacation, but if you have the finances to take that trip or to plan a vacation going forward. And then for your love life, let me pull an oracle card and see what comes about. But really, Aries, you know, you're strong. You are all very strong. You're a strong zodiac sign. So please, please, please find your voice this month, and then try to see past the bonds and past the restraints that you have, and see where you're actually holding yourself back and where you're holding yourself small. Because whether you like it or not, all of that will come to the surface. And one other thing to mention, for some of you that are single, some people from the past might be coming about, some like short flings that you might have in the past that will be coming up, and you might have another one-night stand with them. So be aware of that, just in case, you know, whether if it's somebody that you want to come, or if not, just be prepared, you know. Okay, so a love oracle message for you for the month of August. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Well, I think in this case, I think with this card, it's more has to do with these two are reassessing too. If you are in a relationship, this is going to be a really time for reassessing and really setting the strong foundations for the life to come, for the months to come. And also the other thing to mention, we have Uranus going retrograde on August 11th and Jupiter going direct on August 11th. So it's almost like this, Uranus is the planet of disruption and surprises, and then Jupiter is the planet of expansion and contraction. So with these two planets, after the 11th, and specifically, like I said, after the 15th and after the full moon, there's a lot of surprises that will be coming your way in your life, in your love life, in your professional life, in your career, and in your finances as well, and also your health too. So with the soulmate card in this particular position, I think for some of you, you'll realize, yes, this is the one that I want to commit to, and you will be proposing. For others that are single, you will be setting the foundations to find that partner that will be long-lasting, and to really have a vision of what that long-term partner would be like and what would be that life with them. Okay, so I'm going to end with that. I wish you a really great month ahead, and yeah, be ready. August 15th, a lot of major shifts for you. Okay, bye, Aries.